Hey everyone, so I got another comparison video. This time we're going at the LG 5 against the iPhone 7 Plus. Now in this video I'm covering a lot. I'm covering fingerprint scanner speed, app opening speed, boot up, camera speed, AnTuTu and more. So let's get started. And like usual, we're going to power both these on at the same time. Now the LG 5 power button is located here at the back, same with the fingerprint scanner right here. And for the iPhone right over here on the side. iPhone on the latest version of iOS 10 and LG 5 on the latest version of Marshmallow. And you see here iPhone easily winning the boot up test as it always does. So yeah, iPhone 7 Plus so far fastest phone I own. LG 5 though doing pretty well there with the boot up. Definitely above average. Alright, so making sure everything's closed out. Good there. Good there. Alright, let's do temp run 2. And I do expect the iPhone to win this test. For gaming, iOS usually a lot faster, at least for loading up the apps. Yeah, and you see here, easy win temp run 2. So the LG 5 has a Snapdragon 820 with 4GB of RAM. iPhone 7 Plus has the A10 chipset with 3. Alright, next up CNN. Alright, so faster here on the LG 5. Usually Android does load this up faster. iFunny. Tad bit faster on the iPhone, but pretty close. We will look at AnTuTu, Chrome in a minute. Let's do YouTube. Alright, so faster here on the LG. Calculator. About the same, really fast. Clock. One more try, clock. Yeah, I might even get rid of those tests. Clock, calculator is always really fast regardless of which device you have. Let's eBay. Alright, so faster there on the iPhone. And another game, Asphalt 8. iPhone screen is slightly larger at 5.5 inches, 0.2 inches larger than the LG 5, which is 5.3. Although the LG 5 does have a better resolution, 2K screen, 554 ppi versus 401 ppi on the iPhone. Personally, guys, I'm not much of a fan of the LG screen. I hope that they upgraded some in the V20, and when the V20 does come out, I will be doing a comparison. Not great viewing angles. I mean, it's not a bad screen by any means, just I think it's been surpassed by a lot of its rivals. Alright, so next up we will do photos. iPhone. ESPN. Alright, it's pretty close. I think LG did pretty well this test. Give the edge to the iPhone, although LG did do well in settings. Alright, so next up we're going to be looking at Fingerprint Scanner. So again, LG is located here. Now personally, I really don't like the Fingerprint Scanner location here. I know some people are fine with it, and a lot of times when you are picking up your phone, it's kind of natural to have your hand in that position. But a lot of times, I just have my phone on my desk or something. I just want to have easier access to it. Alright, so for iPhone, fingerprint scanner is right here. Alright, so that time I missed it on LG 5. Let's do it again. So if iPhone, you see you do that loading animation. Obviously the screen going on quicker, although I think that it may be a little bit slower. Maybe it's about the same. Hit it a little bit on iPhone there. Let me try again. Yeah, I think that the LG may be a little faster at actually getting the screen totally up. Although sometimes it lags a little bit. Oh no, maybe about the same. Honestly, I think that the LG fingerprint scanner is perfectly fine. Not quite as accurate as the iPhone, though it is pretty fast, just about location for me. Yeah, so sometimes like there you see LG clearly faster. I think it may be a little bit faster overall. Alright, so next up, let's look at, so I'll show you the AnTuTu benchmark. Then we'll do Chrome and camera speed. So I did run this earlier today, or rather last night. I see a score of 138,000 on the LG G5. And just how it stacks up against other Android phones. So it is below the Note 7, OnePlus 3. Note 7 is not on this list, but it is below that. But still, obviously, very high score, one of the fastest Android phones out there, despite being about, I guess, 6 months old at this point. And for the iPhone, so no beating this, score of 181,000. And then just look at the rankings. So this is just for iOS devices, but again, very impressive here for the iPhone. And I'm sure, guys, the V20 will do a lot better than the LG G5. And I will be buying that phone. We'll have tests up on my channel when it comes out. Alright, so let's do camera next. So LG kind of popularized this new feature with two cameras at the back. With LG, so you have the regular camera and then wide angle camera as well. With iPhone, they also have dual cameras, at least on the 7 Plus model. These, it's a little bit different, so you have one that zooms in a little bit more, although both act in unison. So again, kind of different in the approach that they're taking, but both do have dual cameras, two of the only phones that have that. So let's do some picture comparison. And I guess I'll just show you this, just to make it easier for you guys to understand the concept. So with iPhone, this is the main camera. This is secondary camera where it zooms in. Although they do work in unison, so with here, with zooming on the main camera, you have a lot more zoom. Greatly improved the zoom. iPhone zoom's always been terrible. And then with the LG, and I will have a camera comparison up on my channel at some point, hopefully this week. So this is the main camera, and then this is the wide angle camera. So you see getting a lot more in the scene there. Let's just do a comparison, speed comparison between the main cameras. Alright, so clearly faster on the iPhone. Although the actual pictures, the actual video take is a lot more important than this, but just giving you an understanding of speed. Yes, that definitely goes to the iPhone. So in terms of megapixels, iPhone is 12. On LG, the wide angle one is 8, main one is 16. Front facing, LG is 8 megapixels, iPhone is 7. Let's do Chrome next. Alright, so let's go to some sites I've been to on both. Let's do IGN. Actually, I may not have been IGN on the LG. We can do another site. Let's do, see a site I've been to on here. Let's do Yahoo. Yahoo, CNN, and I'll go to two sites I haven't been to on either phone. Alright, so fast on the iPhone here. CNN. I gotta say, iPhone really killing it with the web browsing speed, just as in all the tests I've done. Alright, so yeah, faster again on the iPhone here. So site I haven't been to is Reddit. Alright, so again, fast on the iPhone. Yeah, so gonna give this to the iPhone. Let me just do one more site, Instagram. Haven't been to this site either. Alright, so I think that was a little faster on the LG. Overall, I think the LG did pretty well. Won a lot of the tests. I think iPhone overall won more tests. Let me think. Is there any other tests to do? Well, I'll go over the specs and then, yeah, I'll go over the specs because which one I think is worth buying. So, ready to cover the screen, cover the internals. The LG 5 Snapdragon 820, 4GB RAM. iPhone is A10 chipset with 3. In terms of internal storage, so LG 5, 32 gigabytes. iPhone, you have 32 in addition to 128 and 256 models. Although on the LG, you also have the option of micro SD card support. So I think big advantage there. Micro SD card, they can do most of the stuff a lot cheaper rather than paying an extra $100 to increase the storage. Let's see here. So the iPhone does have stereo speakers, the LG doesn't. Although the LG speaker is very good, very loud. I will do a comparison on my channel later. In terms of waterproofing, so LG does not have any waterproofing. iPhone is IP67 certified, so it does have some water resistance. Of course, both have a fingerprint scanner. In terms of connection, so the LG has USB Type-C, latest technology. iPhone has a Lightning port. Although on the iPhone you do not have a 3.5mm headphone jack. Do need to use an adapter, in my opinion. That's a pretty big pain. LG also has modular design. So you see here, press this button and then the bottom pops up. So you can do things like enhance the camera, change your battery. Personally though, I really haven't used that much. I think there's a lot of potential in it. I just don't think that it's really been implemented as much as it should. But regardless, cool feature. And one big feature is, of course, the price point. So with the LG 5, it's around $420 for the 32GB model. For the iPhone, you're paying around $350 more. It's around $770 for the 32GB model. So guys, in terms of like real world usage, I would say the phones are pretty close. It really comes down to how much money you want to save. So I will say I think that the iPhone is a better phone. I do think it's a better phone overall. But again, it's $350 more, so it just comes down to whether you think it's worth it. I do think that the camera is better on the iPhone. I think that obviously it's a lot faster. I am really glad that they brought in waterproofing this year. But I think for a lot of people, the phones are actually pretty similar. The price difference might not be worth it. But again, it really comes down to your preference. I'd say if you're more of an Android user, consider the LG 5 or maybe even another phone. Personally, the Galaxy phone, the Xperia phone, I do prefer them over the LG phone. Although it really comes down to really small features. So for me, I love the camera. I love doing underwater videos, taking my phone out in the rain, stuff like that. I really like the waterproofing. Xperia, iPhone, and Samsung now offer that. LG doesn't. Again, not a big fan of the modular stuff, but it really comes down to preference. And a lot of people are different from that. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will say that the LG, great phone for its price. May want to wait for the V20 since that's about to just come out. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more content like this in the future. And thanks again for watching.